This video provides a legal analysis of GR number 254206, the case of People of the Philippines versus Tito Pajarilla y Alas, decided by the Supreme Court's 3rd Division on August 30, 2023. The case involves a relational dynamic where the accused, Tito Pajarilla, was employed by the father-in-law of the victim, AAA, and was known to the family, living just 20 meters away. On the night of December 24 to 25, 2013, the prosecution and defense presented conflicting timelines. However, both accounts reveal a critical window between 1 a.m. and 4 a.m. where the 20-meter distance could easily be crossed. The core dispute centered on positive identification versus total denial. While the prosecution relied on AAA's identification of the accused, the defense claimed mistaken identity and alleged the charge was fabricated. Regarding the elements of the crime, the Supreme Court ruled that force and rape does not need to be irresistible. It only needs to be sufficient to overcome the victim's will and consummate the offender's intent. The court emphasized that a victim's resolution to face the ordeal of a legal process evinces a pursuit of justice, noting that the concept of a, quote, perfect victim is a legal fallacy. The alibi failed because the accused could not establish physical impossibility. The 20-meter distance between the houses invalidated his claim, as a weak alibi cannot overcome a credible victim's positive identification. While the lower courts found the accused guilty, the Supreme Court identified a critical technical error in the penalty's wording regarding parole eligibility. The phrase, quote, eligibility for parole, is a specific tag reserved for cases where the death penalty was initially applicable but later commuted. Because this case involved simple rape, adding that phrase was a legal error. The court clarified that for simple rape, the fixed penalty is reclusion perpetua. Aggravating circumstances like dwelling cannot stretch a fixed statutory penalty beyond its defined bounds. To ensure judicial uniformity, the Supreme Court recalculated damages, applying the Jugueta framework to set civil, moral, and exemplary damages at 75,000 pesos each, totaling 225,000 pesos. In its final decree, the court affirmed the conviction of guilt for simple rape, corrected the sentence by striking the parole restriction, and adjusted the total damages. In summary, practitioners should remember that a credible victim's testimony is sufficient for conviction, alibi requires proving physical impossibility, and sentencing must adhere precisely to statutory guidelines. This concludes our summary of GR number 254206. Please consult the full text of the Supreme Court's decision for complete jurisprudential context.